Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Fenway Park.
At Mark Spidrich. Now, each time he gets the ball back, you'll see him mumble a couple of words to the ball.
The first man ever to pitch 5 career no-hitters.
Catch a ball, too.
I don't believe what I just saw.
And it's another chance for Mitchell, and he makes a bare-handed catch. Ricky goes, a pitch hit, and he's going to have it. Leaps high in the air, and he's got it. An incredible catch by the kid.
And let it be said that number 8, Cal Ripken Jr., has reached the unreachable star.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we invite you to rise.
Welcome to The Daily Rewind, brought to you by ThisDayInBaseball.com. I'm Tom Hannon, and I'm your host. We bring you voices from the past and all the golden nuggets you can't get from looking at stats. And if you love baseball history, we encourage you to download our entire back catalog and listen to stories about your favorite players in their own voices, all the way back to Walter Johnson, Babe Ruth, and bringing you to current day to Ozzie Smith. So we encourage you to check it out. There's over 40 episodes there right now, and there's bound to be somebody that you've never heard their voice before, and you'd hear it for the very first time. Today is Season 3. We do a season for each month, and today is Episode 6, which stands for March 6th. And we are bringing you Lefty Grove. And on March 6th, Grove was born in, I hope I say this right, Lonaconing, Maryland, and he was one of 8 children from John Grove and Emma Beeman. His father and brothers were coal miners. And Grove was a sandlot star in Baltimore in the early 1910s. Grove didn't play organized baseball until he was 19 years old, and in 1920 he made his professional debut with the Martinsburg Mountaineers of the Class D Blue Ridge League, where he appeared in 6 games. And in 59 innings, Grove gave up just 30 hits, and he had an ERA of 1.68. His performance attracted the attention of Jack Dunn Sr., the manager-owner of the minor league Baltimore Orioles, who also discovered Babe Ruth. This interview is a long one, but it's worth a listen, and it was done by Eugene Murdock on July 18, 1974 in Norwalk, Ohio. And the interview is made available by the Cleveland Public Library. And if you have old audio clips, we would sure love to hear them. I'm looking for player interviews, stories, and game audio. And you can reach me at tbinbb@gmail.com. Now here's the interview. I hope you enjoy it.
I broke in Martinsburg.
Were you scouted by someone, or how did you happen to be signed by Martinsburg?
Well, you don't remember me, but Bill Aldens played second base one time for Cincinnati Reds.
I see.
That goes back, way back.
About 1920 was that?
Oh, hell, it was 1920 was in Martinsburg, yes.
Uh-huh.
He lived up there close to me and took me to Martinsburg.
You were in Lonaconing, were you?
No, Lonaconing. Why did they kept pronounce it Lonaconing?
Lonaconing.
Yeah, Lonaconing.
And you were pitching sandlot ball there when they saw you?
Yeah.
Or this fellow Loudens?
Bill Loudens.
Loudens saw you. Now, was he connected with any organization? Or
he went in to manage the Martinsburg Club. He took me with him.
I see.
Martinsburg, West Virginia. Blue Ridge League.
How'd you do there?
Well, never very long. Went to Baltimore.
Uh-huh.
Jack Dunn's son scouted me while I was up there.
Jack Dunn's son saw you in Martinsburg?
Yeah.
I see.
I only pitched 6 games up in my Blue Ridge.
Uh-huh. Was it quite a thrill for you to be playing professional baseball there?
Well, I didn't know. I tell you the truth, it pretty much sense to the home, but now I went to Baltimore.
What'd your parents think about your going to pro ball?
I didn't think nothing about it.
What'd your father do?
He was a coal miner.
I see.
Coal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Was he pretty pleased you'd be going into ball?
Well, yes. I didn't get back to home until after the season until in Baltimore.
I got your record here. You know this book.
Yeah.
One thing's puzzled me. Why, when you had such a fine record at Baltimore, you won over 100 ball games there.
111,
yeah?
No, 108.
That's a pretty good number, over 100. Why weren't you up in the big time winning games?
Them days, there was no drafting in there internationally. You couldn't draft us out.
Couldn't draft.
When we win pennants there, we had to make more money in Baltimore. We make up different ball clubs in the big leagues. We get paid well in Baltimore for minor league club.
Is
we
that
won 7 straight pennants there.
I know. You think that Baltimore team could have played in the big league? Could compete?
Them days, yes, because we whipped every big league club come down. We had a ballpark that couldn't put a football field in Baltimore. We never had no end zones or no side to anything. It was that small.
Pretty tough to pitch in a small park.
Well, we pitched in it. Earnshaw, Walter, and Tommy Thomas, Jack Ogden.
Didn't you kind of feel unhappy that you weren't going up to the big league?
No. Why should we feel unhappy when we get paid much down there?
Well, there's certain glory and fame in the big time.
We ain't crazy. We wasn't like that them days. We wanted to be out of the big league, sure. We used to go to Washington. Play in Washington on off days. But it was only 40 miles away. Baltimore. Yeah.
How was Jack Dunn to play for?
Great.
Is that right?
Yeah. We had no rules on the ball club.
That's why it was great.
we didn't have no certain time to be in the night or anything like that. As long as you walked out in the field and give what you had. So must have worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
When you win 7 pennants. Yes, sir.
Did they have a little World Series then?
Yeah, we started in 20. That's the first little junior World Series.
How'd you do in that?
We beat them.
Didn't you?
We beat St. Paul. Beat St. Paul in that.
Who else was on that Baltimore team?
Jack Bentley played first base. Bishop played second. Boley played short. Fritz Mazel played third.
Who was the third baseman? Mazel?
Fritz Mazel. The old third baseman Yankees. Used to play with the Yankees. Bill Holden, Otis Larry, Merwin Jenkinson in the outfield. Ben Egan and Nina Stiles catcher. Nina Stiles was up in Philadelphia.
And Wahlberg and Earnshaw, you were all together?
Wahlberg wasn't there in that club. Earnshaw, Jack Ogden, and Alfonso Thomas, who's pitched for White Sox.
I think he lives over.
A fellow named Harry Frank. A fellow by the name of Clark.
How did Dunn get such a good team together?
I don't know. He just got them together. I couldn't tell you that. I don't know that. But he bought me from Martinsburg, for $3,500.
You say you fellas are getting better pay in some of the big leaguers?
Yeah, we were getting more money down there than the Red Sox was getting.
Is that right?
Different clubs, yeah. Well, we were making $700 a month.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How about the attendance? Were you drawing?
Oh, yeah, we'd gone there. We filled a little ballpark up all the time.
How big?
How many? Wasn't very big, about 8,000 to 9,000.
8,000 or 9,000?
Yeah. It was an old wooden ballpark. It burned down later.
Is it the site of the modern park or someplace?
It was on 29th Street and the big stadium was on 33rd Street because I lived out past the stadium. I just have to drive by it every time I go home. East 33rd Street. It wasn't a ballpark then. It was a football stadium.
I see, So it was a different field you played on then.
Well, we had a different ball. We had our own ballpark. I mean, it was laid out for just for football. So the ball club Baltimore club took St. Louis Browns franchise, and then they moved everything around. Built it different.
Let me just check this and we'll make sure we're coming in here. I missed that part of it. Bentley was sold to the Giants for $75,000. McGraw wanted you too.
Yeah, for $75,000, and then he wouldn't sell me for $75,000. So Mr. Mack offered him $100,600 for me. So that's the reason I went to Athletics.
Did Dunn make some decision to break the club up, or he seemed to start getting rid of everybody about the same time?
See, he lost his son. His son died And he didn't take much interest in the ball club after that. So he just went to work. And so basically, when Bishop come to Philadelphia, Bullock came to Philadelphia with the letters.
Did they go up about the same time you did?
Bishop did. Bishop and I were together. And then they sent a couple players from Philadelphia down to the Athletics. Bishop was in the deal. Yeah, we had a great ball club down there.
There must have been a lot of other clubs after you, though, weren't there? Was that record you had at Baltimore? Other major league teams that wanted to get you?
Oh, yes, I guess it was. I never know, but I mean, I never said that. I know that McGraw won them, and I was satisfied. McGraw and I would never got along together.
How was Connie Mack to play for?
Oh, he was the greatest man in the world.
How did he handle his team?
He handled everybody at this time. He was his own son. Yeah, he was a great fellow, great man. When the old man Mack quit and passed away, they threw the mold away. Another guy like him.
Did you ever have any arguments or disputes with him?
Never had no arguments with Connie. No, we got along very well.
In the early days, sometimes I saw your name spelled with an S on the end of it.
Oh, well, that didn't make no difference.
Was that just a mistake?
I was doing a mistake. It's just the way to spell it, I guess. That's all it was to it. That didn't make your pitch any better.
I just was confused whether it was really spelled with an S.
No, it's Grove is the way it's supposed to be spelled.
Did they call you Lefty down in the minor leagues?
Always. Yeah.
How about high school baseball?
Never had none. No high school baseball up there.
Is that right? Where did you get a chance to pitch much in your teens?
Well, we played a couple of days a week. Amateur ball, sandlot stuff. Well, that's a pretty good ball club up there. Pretty good guys. But I didn't play from my hometown. They didn't have no club. I played for Midland 3 miles away. 3 miles up the road, ride the streetcar, or walking. Most of the time walking.
Was it a pretty big thrill to be with the athletics?
What?
Were you pretty excited to go up the athletics? Or did you just take it in stride?
Just took it right in stride.
Okay. Who were some of the toughest hitters you had now? Say the Yankees of 27 now.
Well, I don't know. They had some good hitters, great hitters. We had no good hitters, we had great hitters. Anybody who walked to that home plate with a bat was tough. If he swing it. That's the toughest guy of them all. I mean, you didn't get many hits, but that was Joe Sewell of Cleveland.
He didn't
strike out much. He struck out 1 year. He struck out 3 times in 1 year. So that, you know how tough he was. He always getting the bat on the ball.
How was Ruth that pitched to you?
I didn't have no trouble with Ruth. Gary. Because I beat every ball club up every more games than they beat me. I was ahead of them all. But we had good ball players. We had pretty good hitters up there. You take the Yankees, you had Ruth, Garrett, Bob Buzel, Earl Coombs, and Bill Dickey. Well, Boston only had one hitter. That was center fielder had Flagstead. St. Louis only had two real hitters, a fellow named Williams and a fellow by the name of George Sisler.
Yeah. Did you pitch against Sisler?
Oh, yeah.
How was he?
I said he was a good hitter. Yeah. Chicago had Mossel, Bib Falk, and Ray Shaw. They were pretty good hitters up there.
How about Cleveland?
Well, Cleveland, they had...
My favorite team.
I forget now who they
were.
They had Bosnick and big first baseman, I forget about Trotsky, Al Trotsky. They had Dick Porter over there.
I saw you beat them a number of times out there.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't give you much trouble, as I recall.
That little ballpark, too.
How was it pitching where you had a short fence like League Park or
you just pitch
Yankee
away all the time.
Just pitch away, huh?
Yeah, you Like left-hand hitters, where you just pitch in the outside on them.
Did you have any favorite parks you like to pitch in at all? Or?
No, I didn't.
Nothing?
I guess Chicago was the best ballpark of them all to pitch in.
Deep field.
It was bigger than it is now. They fenced the center field there in Chicago now. We didn't have that. That's Chicago. The Yankees is a good ballpark to pitch in. Boston was a short left field fence. Well, our ballpark in Philadelphia was only about 330 feet down these foul lines. So
did they have a high fence at first?
Well, no, it was the fence. They had a concrete fence about 12 feet high first. Then they built add the big steel fence. Well, that was after I even quit there. I mean, no, after I left it, they put the new fence up on top with steel, so the people on them houses across the street couldn't see in.
Yeah.
Well, heck, we only could get in about, what, 33,000 in Philadelphia.
I never was
That's the reason Connie broke up the ball club, because he couldn't draw enough money. People didn't, well, we drawed good, but he was paying big salaries, and we just couldn't, that's when you had to break them up.
That was a tremendous team.
Boy,
he really was hard-pressed for funds. That's why he broke that team up.
Well, we won the World Series. We won the Penton World Series in '29. 31, we lost, I forget how many 100,000 people. We lost 30. In 31, we lost more. We won the pennant 30, and won the 31. We still didn't.
Lost money?
We lost money.
Is that right?
Yep.
Of course, the Depression years.
Yes, it
pretty
was
bad.
Depression. Simmons getting about $33,000 a year in that. Myself and Earnshaw. And
were you getting over 30,000?
well, no, we didn't get that much. Simmons was the highest paid on the ball club.
Did you have any contract arguments with Connie Meyer?
No, he sent a contract, he didn't like it, just wrote back and told him he didn't like it, and that was it. Held out 1 year, not very long.
Did he handle all the contract signing?
Yeah.
He was general manager and manager, I guess.
He was there, he was all. He's a great old man. Yes, sir.
Where did you live while you were with the Philadelphia team?
In Philadelphia.
You owned did you own property there?
No, I went to come back home in the wintertime, but that season was over.
To Lonaconing?
Yep, in Maryland.
What did you do there in the winters?
Nothing, hunt, fish.
Did you own a
bowling alley?
Was that during your playing days, or is that later?
Yeah, built it in there in about 29.
Were you married while you were with Baltimore?
Yep.
When did you get married?
1920, 21.
Was your wife from hometown?
Yeah. She only lives half block from me.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Did she travel with you much?
Not on the road. I mean, I was in spring training, and during the World Series she'd go. Then she took the trip. I took the trip to Japan in '31, and she went with us.
Fred Lee handled that, didn't he?
Yeah. Herb Hunter and Fred Lee.
Yeah. We have a group of baseball historians and researchers which had a meeting in Philadelphia just about a month ago, and Fred Lee.
He's an old boy.
Yeah, his sister lives in Haverford, and he was there with us. He came to talk to us. He's 86 now.
Yeah, I know he's pretty old.
But he's in good
little
shape.
thin guy.
Yeah. Great baseball writer.
Oh yeah.
What he doesn't know about baseball.
He's up in Cooperstown every year practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows all baseball.
Did your wife like baseball, or?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
She go out to games all the time?
Every day.
Is that right?
Yep.
Did she?
No, she never says nothing. No, she sat there.
Get nervous when you're pitching?
No.
I don't know why she'd need to be. Did you ever get knocked out of the box very often?
Well, I couldn't. You ask me questions I can't answer.
Oh, I see.
See, I don't know how much or how many times.
Well, I'm just trying to think of how it would be handled by Connie Mack.
Well, you just send him back. See, Connie never wore a uniform. He sent his coach out. It's a different rule now. I mean, them days you go to Phillips, you go out to the mountain off of the one. I mean, now you got to go out to a second time out, the automatic pitchers out.
In those days,
we still played games faster than they did today.
Most pitchers finished the games too.
Yeah, well, we only had 7, 8 pitchers. Now we got 10, 11. That's all really pitching now, most of it. They got good ball clubs up there. Good, they have a lot of good, heck of a lot of good ball players up there. But they got different equipment than we had. I mean, the gloves and everything's all a lot different. The fields is different. I mean, they're diamonds, they're like pool tables. Ours is a little rough.
Do you still have much interest in the game? You watch it or read about it?
Cleveland, I saw Perry pitches 14 straight, I think 15, 14 straight. On that Friday, rain.
Did you, were you pretty interested in this effort of his to tie your record? Or?
I was pulling for him.
Yeah. Did you hear that game that night?
Yeah.
That was a heartbreaker.
Yeah. He pitches tonight.
The Indians.
He's a great pitcher.
What about this spitball business? Was there much of that in your time?
Well, we had spitball pitchers in there. Jack Quinn.
I mean, those that had pitched before the ban, but I mean afterwards, were there any illegal pitching?
Sure. Well, there was no illegal. I mean, but some of them throwed them.
What was that great year you had? 31? 1931, you won 31, huh?
Yeah.
That must have been, that must have been quite a year. You remember much about that year?
No, not so much. No, just pitching my regular turn every 4th day, 3 days rest.
You led the league in earned run average too. I mean, lowest earned run average. So it must have been You had great hitting support, but you had great pitching too. Yeah. How about your defense behind you?
We had always pretty good defense. Well, first when I went up, it wasn't so good. I mean, first I went up in 25.
Who was the first baseman then? Fox wasn't up yet, was he?
No, Fox comes to us as a catcher.
Yeah.
Joe Hauser.
Oh yeah.
Well, he broke his kneecap. Then Bishop was there. Molly wasn't. We had a new fellow named Chick Galloway, shortstop. Jimmy Dykes at third yet. Jimmy was there. He's a good third baseman, that Jimmy Dykes. There's a guy I think ought to be in the Hall of Fame. With his record, I mean, he's a good record.
Big Miller.
Bing was an outfielder. Big Miller, and Mulehaus and Roger Kramer and Al Simmons. Well, Mulehaus just died.
I saw that in Sporting News.
Couple of weeks or 2 ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. You fellas get together much in your retirement days at all?
No, well, it was all the way. Well, we get together once in a while. We'd come and have some of these old timers like we in Philadelphia, Phillies and that, and we'd be there. That's what the old time we get there. I haven't saw Earnshaw for a long while. Since last time we was in Philadelphia, the old timer day in Philadelphia. He's in Arkansas somewhere. He's a great right-hand pitcher.
Yeah.
Earnshaw,
Is Wahlberg still around, or?
He's down in Miami. Some of you oversee manager of golf course or something down there in Miami.
Remember that 1929 World Series when Connie Mack starred Howard Emke? Remember that? That was a great surprise to everybody.
Yeah.
Was that a surprise to you fellows? Or?
Well, it was. We didn't know until that morning who was going to pitch, him or I. And they said, well, the Cubs would murder the left-handers, but us left-handers, Wahlberg and I had to do all the relief work. We did. Earnshaw started the second game, and I relieved him. The second game in the Cubs. I didn't get I earned some credit for the game. I mean, I believe.
But that was a pretty good choice, I guess. Emke had a great game.
Pulled one out of the hat there.
Yeah. I guess he's pretty old then, but he had quite a career up till then.
Yeah. We had a great ball club also.
How did you learn that you were going to be traded to Boston in 1933, I guess?
Winter of 33.
Yeah.
I just called and told me.
Connie Mack called you?
Yeah.
You were at home and he just...
Yeah.
What did he say? Do you remember?
He just said that we were selling you to Boston for $125,000.
It's like that's all he said. Did you expect this? Or?
Oh, I didn't really expect anything in baseball. The cities didn't mean nothing to us. Wherever we played, we had to, where they paid, that's all necessary. We would pick our cities where we wanted to go or anywhere.
Then your first year in Boston,
I had a sore arm.
Oh, I see. You never had one of those before, did you?
No. 34.
How'd that develop?
I don't know.
I don't know what happened.
No.
It just came up sore.
Just came up sore in spring training.
Almost seems surprising. You'd be traded and get the sore arm as soon as you were traded, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But then you had a good year after that.
Yeah, I won 20 the next year, 35.
Who was managing Boston then when you went over?
Bucky Harris.
That wasn't a very strong team, was it?
No. I think we finished 5th.
Did Jimmy Fox come over a little later, or?
Fox came in about 35, I guess.
Yawkey bought the team, I guess, in 33, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he
32,
began buying.
32, I think. 32 or 33.
Then he began buying some of the players Connie couldn't afford.
He's a great man too, boy. That's Tommy Yawkey.
Is that right?
Oh God, he thinks the world of his ball club.
He wasn't in Boston much though, was he? He didn't live there, did he?
No, we lived in New York. He knows what was going on all the time.
How was Bucky Harris to play for?
Bucky was great. Yeah, Bucky was a great man. Then they got Cronin and Joe.
Did you like him?
Yeah, Joe was all right. Joe was very good.
Good
I like
baseball.
Joe very much.
You had some good managers, didn't you?
Yep. Well, we had Joe McCarthy one time. For 1 year.
Must have been towards. When would that have been?
Well, that's I think. I forget what year that was. McCarthy came there. He was only there for 1 year.
At Boston, huh?
I think Bucky Harris, and then I think Joe McCarthy came, and then Cronin took his place. Yawkey bought Cronin then from Washington.
How about that 300th game? It was kind of.
No, he got to win it.
What kind of a game was it? Do you remember it much?
I beat Cleveland 10-5 in Boston.
Did you pitch the whole game?
Yeah.
You were over 40 years old then, weren't you?
41.
But you hadn't. That was right at the end of the season, was it?
Yeah, that's September, July, August, September.
If you hadn't gotten it then, you think you would have tried it?
Well, I got that close. I was going to try to.
Seems to me if you'd have come up earlier, you'd have had it so much easier. You'd have probably got 400 games.
We didn't get up early. I went up there about 22. I had been 3 more years. I pitched 17 years up there.
Yeah, I know. I was down where we are. We got the Cincinnati games.
Yeah.
And Cincinnati played St. Louis last night. And Gibson pitched for St. Louis. He got his 3,000th strikeout.
Well, he only had a few to go.
Yeah, I know. I see you have 22.66 there. Again, if you'd have been up, you
had 3 years on.
Yeah, you'd have. Because I guess Walter Johnson's the only other player to have 3,000 strikeouts before Gibson.
Walter, I guess, got more than that, didn't he?
Yeah. But Gibson's the second to go over that mark.
Yeah.
I was thinking you'd have been over if you had a. Walter Johnson has 3,508.
That's a pretty good record.
Yeah.
Great, White Avenue, great pitcher.
Did you ever see him? I guess you saw him.
I pitched against him. I opened the 1925 season up against him in Philadelphia. He beat me 4-2.
Is that right? He was long years by that time, wasn't he?
God, I don't know why I was picked that day the rookie just coming in, the young guy. They put me in, opened the season up. Philadelphia. Yeah, Walter's great. We used to go to see him pitch when I was playing in Baltimore.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. We used to go to see Cobb and all them guys.
You pitched against Cobb, didn't you?
Yeah, Cobb, Speaker, Sisler, Howman, Ruth, Gary.
How was Cobb?
Well, Cobb was a pretty tough hitter.
I mean,
he was a smart hitter.
Yeah.
He come over. He played with us in '28.
Yeah.
So did Speaker. Zach Wheat.
Some outfield if they'd been in their prime, huh?
Oh boy.
Harry Heilman seems to me
He's a great hitter.
Great hitter. Never has been recognized very much.
No, big boy. He's a good outfielder too. Along with it. I mean, that wasn't just hitting. He's a good outfielder. Yeah, another fellow there, pretty good outfielder too. One time, Bob Fothergill.
Oh, Fothergill, yeah.
Big fat guy.
Yeah, fatty Fothergill. I guess he may have been too fat for a long career, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
He's an Ohio boy. I think he came from around Mansfield or something. Have any big thrills that stick out in your mind?
Every day was a thrill.
Is that right?
Yeah, boy.
That's wonderful.
But I love to play ball.
Yeah.
I love baseball.
Must make you wonder about some of these modern ball players who.
Oh, I don't know. I can't. I've been out there. I've been out there for 33 years. But some of these kids wasn't even born 33 years ago. See, we had a lot of minor leagues them days.
Yeah.
We had a lot of minor league clubs.
So
now the big league owns most all the minor league clubs. And see, they kept. Well, I guess we only got AAA now, and A club, AAA, AA. The rest is. See, there used to be it used to be AA then, but they went to AAA. With AA and A and B and C and D. See, but all the B, C's, and D's is out of there.
What was Martinsburg, the Blue Ridge League? What
that
was
it?
C or?
C, I think it was. That's a pretty good league. Hagerstown in there, Frederick, Hanover.
Did you ever meet Ban Johnson?
Oh yeah, he was the president of the American League when I went out.
Did you ever meet him?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, Chicago.
Yeah. Can you tell me about that?
Huh?
Because I'm doing a little research on Ban
Johnson.
Johnson.
I just met him, that's all.
Where were you, in the office or at the ballpark?
No, at the hotel. Judge Landis. Judge used to go down to the hotel, visit the ball clubs and visit us all the time. Well, he come and visit Mr. McNanny, he visited the players.
You just exchanged pleasantries to Ben. You didn't get a chance to talk to him once. That was a pretty nice chap. Did you see?
Yeah. We should have a commissioner up there like Landis now. It'd be a little different, I believe.
Maybe that's why they don't have one like Landis. He was so tough.
He was really a great great baseball commissioner.
I think some of the owners thought he was a little too severe.
Yeah, they always put him back in the office.
Yeah, I know they did.
Wasn't saw a lot of them.
But they never put another one like him in since his time.
Well, there wasn't no other around like him.
Well, I think they want to control the commissioner, don't you think?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that. It's different altogether now. Altogether. Everything's different. Yes, everything. There's a lot of difference. Ballparks difference. Everything.
Yeah.
And there's some great ball players up there now. You know, they're all young and they look like they could go for a year, quite a few years. Quite a few of them.
Well, you said how you just love to play ball, you know.
Yeah, I'd sooner play ball and eat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. So there's the ballpark every morning, early around 9 o'clock in the morning.
Right?
We didn't play till 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Uh-huh.
Never started a doubleheader at 2 o'clock. We had no lights to turn on. Now they turn lights on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Did you ever pitch night ball?
Nope, never pitched a game at night.
I wonder what effect that.
Well, in my latter couple of years, they hadn't put the night ball in Chicago and Philadelphia and different places, Cleveland. So they didn't wouldn't let me pitch night ball. Well, I wasn't fast then. I mean, it was the tail end of my career.
When did you say your fastball left you, or you weren't as fast?
Well, sure you
But when
fast.
was that?
Well, I don't know now. What year?
Late
I
30s.
can't pick the year out.
Gradual process.
Yeah. And I had a good curveball then. I developed a good curveball.
Did you have a
fart ball?
Did you have the curveball earlier, or were you mostly?
No, of course. About 5 or 6 years after I got there.
Would anybody teach you that, or?
No, we had no pitcher coaches.
Did other pitchers help you when you come up at all, or
no?
You're on your own.
No, you're on your own. We only had 2 coaches.
Who were they?
Eddie Collins and Kid Gleason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. One.
Gleason knows baseball pretty well.
Oh yes,
he's the old Chicago manager.
Yeah. That really broke him up in 1990.
Yeah.
He managed that.
Did you ever talk much about that?
No. We never mentioned it to him.
Yeah.
We know how much it hurt him, and we never bothered.
Of course, Eddie Collins was on that team too.
Yeah, Collins.
Did he ever say much?
No. We never asked no questions about it.
Yeah. Too sensitive, wasn't it?
Yeah. We didn't want to bother. Bring back memories like that stuff to him.
Was there ever much feeling about you fellows about kicking those guys out? Did you ever think much about it?
No, I never thought about it. Never thought about it.
When you played in Cleveland, where did the team stay?
Oh, the old Holland Hotel.
I see.
We didn't stay at the Cleveland Hotel until I went to Boston, and they moved to the Cleveland Hotel.
That's when they moved down the stadium, huh?
Yeah, well, I pitched the first game.
Yeah, you pitched against Mel Harder that day.
I was in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We was at the Holland Hotel there.
Yeah. What was that? That must have been a big thrill, wasn't it?
We pitched the opening stadium. That was just like opening the open gate, but different.
Yeah, a lot of people thought that was a great event.
Oh, it sure was. We filled her up anyway. We filled the ballpark.
Cleveland's home run output was cut in half when they moved down the stadium. They couldn't hit the ball out of that park.
No, we didn't have. There was no fence like you got out there now.
You hit one between the outfielders and you go over miles.
Keep running.
Those
now
triples.
With the fences in.
Averill, I think, had 32 home runs before then, about 10 after that. His triple output went up just the other way.
Yeah, sure.
In between the fielders, you know.
God, he rolled about it, right center and left center. While he rolled just like Yankee Stadium was. But I guess the Yankees, their stadium would be a different ballpark altogether after it get remodeled.
I guess they're tearing everything out of there.
Yep.
I don't know. Is it needed?
Well, I imagine it was in there since when, 22?
Yeah. Yeah.
It won't hold as many people, I don't think.
I guess not.
I don't think they're cutting some of it down.
I don't like these new parks. They don't strike me as baseball parks.
Well, one of these new, they're regulated park league. Both foul lines are about the same and same straight all the way.
They're built
The
really.
only thing I don't like about it is that AstroTurf. That's terrible. Boy, that's hot in the feet.
I guess so.
But we were on in St. Louis and that, even stand on it would be an introduction during old timers days.
Yeah.
You can feel the heat.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And it's changed defensive play too. The way
that ball really takes off on that.
I see the ball bounce over the fielder's head. So I don't know.
I'll stick the old Mother Earth.
Yeah.
Playing.
That's base. I don't like the taking away the dirt infield either. They've got
that's what I was saying.
Carpeted too. It's kind of
don't look like a ballpark. It just looks like a living room. All that green all around, all the places dirt is around the bases.
What ballpark you played in are the best facilities? That is, shower, locker. Are they all pretty much the same, or anything stand out at all?
Well, let's see. Yankees was pretty good. Ours in Boston was good. St. Louis was lousy. Washington was lousy.
River Stadium.
It was lousy.
How about Lake Park in Cleveland?
It was lousy too. It was lousy. Them three ballparks. Terrible.
Yeah. Did you ever play in Baker Bowl at all? Exhibition game?
Oh, exhibition. Yeah. We played the Phillies in spring of the year. So
that might have been some strange ballpark, wasn't it?
Well, I was scared to death of even walking on it. Get into the bench.
Oh.
I think it was going to fall in. It's all wood.
Is that right?
Oh, you got it timbered up and underneath and everything. Gosh, miracle never fell in. Boy, that was a terrible ballpark.
That right field.
See, we dressed our own ballpark and go down in cabs.
Oh, I see. Didn't take a chance down there, huh?
Well, we never dressed down there.
They did have a dressing room, though.
Oh, yes, that do. Oh, sure, they always had a dressing room. Center field.
Oh, I see.
Like the Giants used
I
to be in the
Polar
center field. Yeah, polar ground.
I guess that right field fence in Baker Bowl was kind of close.
Yeah, right fielder, you had the extra second baseman.
Boom, boom, back, you know.
On that tin fence. That's pretty good ball players over there, old.
But Chuck Klein hit all the home runs at any other park, you think? Or?
Well, Chuck was a good hitter. He was a strong hitter. Chuck was a fire hitter.
You got a little bit of help there, though.
Oh, sure.
Was Dizzy Dean wasn't pitching for the Cardinals in the World Series, was he?
Well, he only was
31.
He wasn't up there.
That's right. It was 34 and 35, and that was against Detroit. So.
Yeah.
I was going to.
He went up at 32, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
30,
yeah.
32.
Looking over record.
I think it was 30, about 32 he went up.
Did you know him very well?
I know Diz very well. Yeah, pretty good.
See,
well, we meet, on these banquets. And
as crazy as he sounds.
Yeah, he's just as crazy as he was. He's a great guy. Yeah, great guy. I never met his brother Paul.
Had he been ill before his death here, do you know?
No, I know.
I didn't hear anything about it.
I didn't either. He was playing golf in, I think, Tahoe.
Yeah. He'd been in a hospital a day or two before, but I guess that was just something that just developed there. Do you recall any really amusing or funny things that happened while you're playing ball?
No.
So many things happen, you know.
Well, I know, but we just knew they were along, never paid much attention to that. I mean, we never bothered. We would play ball and go back to the hotel or back to the home or apartment and eat and dinner. And that was
what would you do in the evenings or off hours? Just watch movies or?
Once in a while, well, you could see pretty good movies them days. We used to go to movies on the road.
Card playing? Or?
Well, we played a lot of cards.
long train trips, a lot of...
Oh boy, yeah, you talk about the train trips. Kill some of these guys today on that train trip. Leave Boston at 5 o'clock at night and then don't get to St. Louis until the next night at 5. 6 o'clock St. Louis time. And no air conditioning.
Middle of July.
Gosh.
Well, what would you do to kill the time? You couldn't play
Sit
cards.
in the train.
Just sit there, huh?
You had your own sleeper, see?
Did you sleep much in those things?
Yeah, I slept pretty good on them.
Hot as they were?
Huh?
Pretty hot, wasn't it?
Oh, sure, it'd be hot, but hell, you sleep all right. But once you get to sleep, it wasn't no hotter on the train. It wasn't sleeping in the hotel in St. Louis with 118 degrees, 115. Right? We fried an egg on the payment.
Yeah. What, a lot of horseplay, that great Philadelphia team among players, or are they all pretty serious? Or any jokesters? Or
oh, well, they played a lot of jokes.
Jimmy Dykes was a jokester.
They was a happy family. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah, it was just one big happy family. Well, we'd start our ball game at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 6 o'clock, we was eating our dinner. Good. Oh, it'd take an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes play.
You'd be back home and eating at home?
Yeah.
Or did you rent an apartment in Philadelphia?
Yeah. Well, I rented a home, house.
Just you and your wife, or a couple of the players?
No, myself and wife and my 2 children. And then same in Boston, I rented an apartment in Boston. The children, I never took them out of school. They was out in Lonaconing, Maryland at school, and I wouldn't change school. And Miss would stay with them until the school was out, and they'd all come in with me then.
Did you have a boy and a girl? Or?
Yeah. My boy passed away about 2 years ago. He was the engineer for Ford Motor Company.
Did he play much ball?
He played a little up there in New England.
Professionally, though?
No.
How did he happen to come here? Just with the Ford company?
He was, I don't know, he used to work for the Kelly Springfield Tire Company and come out this way with Kelly Tires, sell Kelly Tires, with dealers. And we got a job out, there's a place out here with the Ford Motor Company over in Sandusky Dam, and then shipped him to the supervisor of engineering and packing in Connorsville, Indiana. Filth Bowl. Ford owns Filth Bowl.
So you came here then, or
after my missus passed away?
When was that?
I've been here since 1961.
I see. You'd been in Lonaconing?
Yeah.
That's where you lived after your baseball days?
That's where I went back, stayed there.
Did you run the bowling alley then?
Yeah.
Now that was a super enjoyable interview, and again, one of the things I just love listening to these old players is how candid they are when they talk about things. They're not thinking about being politically correct, they're just saying it as it is. And it's so refreshing when you listen to an interview from a ball player in 2020 where they're so guarded with every word they say and they're looking to say the right thing. These people are just saying it as it is, and it's something that I miss about listening to interviews with players. Too many players these days are just, they have to be guarded, but everything they say is guarded. So it's a much different experience. And if you enjoyed the show, you can help us by sharing the show. Subscribe to us on whatever podcatcher you use. And just remember, the number one way that podcasts grow is when they get shared. And if you're enjoying this content and you think that you know other people who'd like to hear this content, please share it. Tell a friend. Word of mouth is a great way for podcasts to get found. and you can share it on social media, and we appreciate any of that you can do for us. And if you have any feedback for me, you can reach me at tbinbb@gmail.com. And if you enjoyed the show, a backlog of shows that include, Babe Ruth, Connie Mack, Don Drysdale, Ed Rush, Jackie Robinson, and many more. So feel free to dip back in time and catch some of these great voices of the past. And if you want to learn more about Lefty Grove, go to ThisDayInBaseball.com/Lefty Grove. Lefty Grove alone has 100 mini articles on his page about his history in baseball. All these little nuggets of when he won a certain amount of games, strikeouts, special appearances, it's all there. And again, you can read more about this on ThisDayInBaseball.com/Lefty Grove. And I just again want to thank you for joining us today. And until next time, I'm Tom Hannon, and I hope to see you at the ballpark. I'm out. Peace.
Let's go! Batter up! We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. The fans are out to get a ticket or two. From Walla Walla, Washington to Kalamazoo. It's a beautiful day for a home run, but even a triple's okay. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today. Batter off, strike one. Hey, the game has just begun and the home team's out to win. Gypsy do, genius fastball pop right in. This is it, you're right free. Fans are tearing up the chairs, but what the heck, who cares? It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. If you and I are out of dollars and cents, oh honey, we can always share a little hole in the fence. It's a beautiful day for so throw all your dishes away. We're gonna cheer and boo